everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Meredith Phillips, and today and this week we're going to be wrapping up this outline. So it's actually Tuesday the 5th, not this. I didn't change it because I'm lazy, but it is Tuesday the 5th, and I have an outline due to an editor for a critique on the 11th, which is next Monday, but I want to have it emailed and sent to her and everything by Sunday the 10th. So it's in her inbox Monday morning, like ready to go, etc. I have more though than just the plain outline to sort of get prepared. So let me tell you all the different little pieces that I'm working on right now. Now, I don't know what other editors might ask for or allow or whatever, but this particular person that I've decided to go with, the main thing, of course, is the outline, duh. That can be up to 10,000 words, which I think is pretty generous. And I've got kind of two versions of an outline at the moment. I've got my sort of narrative, like, the first day, blah, 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 and then this character, blah, 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 blah. Like, I've got that kind of a thing. And then I've also got my scene-by-scene breakdown. I think individually, neither of those pieces is appropriate to send. I think I need to do some sort of combination of those two. So, that's going to be a big document. I need to do that. It needs to be broken out into like scenes and beats, so that, you know, she can kind of follow along with what point of the book these scenes are meant to be taking place during. So that's the main thing. I haven't touched that yet. I finished the scene-by-scene breakdowns on over the weekend. I posted that vlog last Friday, but I haven't looked at it really since then. Then she said you can submit other supplemental materials to her. These are not things that she's going to go through with like a fine-tooth comb and like super critique or evaluate necessarily. It's a little more just for her general information about the story. She might have a few stray comments on these additional documents, but you know, obviously the main focus of this is going to be the outline. What I'm going to send her are several things. First, I'm going to send her a one-page character profile for each of my two main love interest characters. I've already done one of those. I have the other one left to do, so there's that. I'm gonna send her a really brief, like, timeline, kind of like the calendars, the little printed out calendars I have, except this is typed up, just to be like, you know, these scenes are taking place on Friday, April the whatever, and so that she can kind of see the general flow in terms of time to make sure that that makes sense and works, or if she sees any kind of weird issue in there with how I have things laid out. So that's a second piece. The third piece I want to send is a like kind of a character cheat sheet. The timeline for this project is 2 to 3 weeks. And so I figure if she reads like, you know, Act 1 in the outline on a Monday and then doesn't come back to it until Friday, there's a very good chance she'll have forgotten, you know, who all the side characters are and that kind of thing. So I'm going to do just a general sheet listing all the different characters that are named in the outline and sort of who are they in relation to the main characters. This is the main character's father, this is the main character's best friend, like that kind of thing, just so that hopefully if she kind of forgets, like, wait, who was this again? She'll have an easy reference tool. And finally, the last thing that she said I could include was like any kind of world building sort of information. And you know, I have a lot of that, but what I'm planning to send her is a quick write-up of some historic details. She is a historic romance reader. She loves that genre. And so I'm assuming that she's familiar with like the general time period. She knows about dukes and parties in London and the season. Like she knows, like, you know, the kind of general gist of how things would have been at the time. But in my story, I'm using some really particular aspects of the time period that maybe aren't as familiar as some of those bigger elements. So the three things that I'm going to put in that sheet are going to be information about the Royal Academy exhibition, because that's a big part of the plot, and I want to give her just a little bit of background on that. There's another piece, I don't think I've really talked about it very much yet, but I'm using White's betting book. This book is hilarious, by the way. You can find it online. You can read the entire thing. It's great. But basically, if gentlemen who went to White's club, it was like a gentleman's club in London, it still is there, right? It's been around forever. But if they wanted to make a wager or a bet with somebody else, they could record it in this book. And some of the bets are like kind of generic, like, we think Napoleon's going to be dead by this date, whatever. And some of them are just like goofy, where they're it's clearly like they were really bored one day and they're just making these goofy wagers with each other. But anyway, I'm gonna put a little like thing about that because that plays into the story. And then what was the other thing? Oh, John Soane, the architect, he plays into the story as well. So I'm going to put a little blurb about like who he was and what his deal was. So yeah, still a lot of work to do. And I've already completed some of it. Like I said, I did one of the character profile sheets. I've done the historic write-up for the White's betting book and all that stuff. And I did the timeline. The timeline, I'm not counting as like completely done just because I'm assuming, well, not assuming, but if I go back into the outline and I'm like, ooh, wait, I gotta mess around with these dates a little bit, then I'll have to mess around with this timeline I've created. So it's like done, but not done. We're gonna recheck it when I'm officially done with the outline. So it's Tuesday, like I said, and what I'd really like to do is have everything completed by tomorrow would be great, Wednesday. Thursday, definitely by Thursday I can finish this, unless some disaster befalls me. Finish by Wednesday or Thursday, and then just don't touch anything on Friday. Just let it sit. Don't think about it too much. Let it sit on Friday, and then on Saturday I can come back and like reread everything and see if there's any little tweaks, changes I want to make. And then on Sunday, or even if I'm done on Saturday, I'll send it to her on Saturday. But yeah, that's sort of how I have this week planned out. Yeah, so I'm excited. We'll get going with actually working on stuff a little later today, but I should be able to finish the character profile. I should be able to finish that today. And then I think the only thing left is really working on the actual outline document. So I'm not quite sure how I want to have that formatted, but I'll figure it out. It's just a bunch of organizing basically at this point, which I love to do. So I'm having a good time. Anyway, just wanted to say hello, introduce the idea for this vlog, and yeah, I'll see you a little later when I'm working on stuff. All right, my work day is over. I need to quickly, in a minute, put a loaf of bread in the oven to go with dinner tonight. What am I doing? I'm so tired. I've been awake since 2:30. Why is the phone still ringing? Who is calling? We are no longer working. Yeah, I've been awake since 2:30. Been out of bed since 3:30. It is now 4:30 in the afternoon, almost. I'm just like, woo, I'm just tired. So I don't know how much I'm going to get done today, but let me do the bread thing first. Do you like my new decor that's hanging up around the office? Oh my gosh. Just stunning. Our dryer broke over the weekend, which was just fantastic. And so I have to do a lot of like little towels and baby blankies because that's what I use for Junie to like have a bedding in there for her. So anyway, we've got towels just like hanging all over the house. And I'm like, how do Europeans do this without dryers? Like what? Why would you do that to yourself? So anyway, I have my door closed over here. And now every time that I open my door, I'm like, oh no, it's just a towel that I hung from the attic thing. This is what's happening in my life. Okay, let me go take care of the bread and then I'll be back. Okay, that's done. Note to self, do not make the parchment paper so tall and sticky-uppy that when you put it in the oven, it touches the heating element and catches on fire. I'm doing so well, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, now that my flame broiled bread is in the oven, and hopefully not on fire anymore, let's pull up something to work on. So let me catch you up a teeny bit. It's Tuesday. Pretty sure I've said that like 17 times already. Yesterday morning, I did get a little bit done. I did my main female character's one-page profile. I did the general timeline. Did I already tell you this? I'm pretty sure I already told you this. And what else did I do? I did the historic write-up. So this afternoon, I'd like to get done the male main character 1-page character profile sheet. Then that'll be all the sort of like supplemental materials that I can submit with this. And then I can get started on the actual outline. I don't know how long I think I'm going to probably spend more time formatting the outline rather than like doing any kind of actual changes to what I have so far. So in any case, it is now 4:32 and I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. So let's see what I can do. I'm really just copy pasting a lot from like those initial character questionnaire things that I did for these characters. So the first one didn't take me all that long, but it did take me some time. So let's get going. Okay, I am done sort of with his character sheet. I think I'll probably come back to it and reword a few things. I always get a little like bogged down in like goal, motivation, conflict, stakes kind of stuff, because you have a lot of times there's like two things. There's like an outer goal, like what are they trying to do within the plot of the story? Or they have like a false goal where they're like trying to get something, but it's not really the thing that they want deep down. So in all these character profile sheets, when they're like, what's the character's goal? I'm like, I mean, he's got this plot goal he's trying to get, but really deep down, he needs this thing to be fulfilled or whatever. So it's hard like fitting it all together. I've done a decent job for the moment. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that for today. I think that means, what do I have? I've got the side character list. I've got the historic details. I've got all the calendar stuff. I've got the character profile sheets. I think tomorrow I'll just be able to start on the outline and actually making it intelligible for somebody else to read. Sounds good. I'm going to sign off for today. I'll see you hopefully on Wednesday. Hello, good morning. It's Wednesday. I got up with my alarm today at 5:30. Isn't that fantastic? We were woken up in the middle of the night. I don't even know what time it was when she needed to go potty, but I did actually go back to sleep afterwards. Unheard of. So anyway, I'm feeling a little better today. That's nice. When I got up this morning, I started trying to figure out how to incorporate everything into a readable outline. The thing I think once I get into deeper parts of the book, it'll be a little more straightforward. But in the beginning, there's so much like backstory kind of information that of course you're not doing an info dump in like chapter 1, but you do have to sort of weave in a little bit of that backstory for things to make sense, which obviously I'm going to do expertly when I do a rough draft. But for this outline, you're not writing a narrative, you're just sort of summarizing what's happening in each of these acts. So what I've decided to do is I'm actually going to start this outline document with like a page of like, here's the backstory info, and then we get to chapter 1, like that kind of a thing. Hopefully that'll work. And then I'm just breaking it out into like Act 1, Scene 1, which is introducing the main character. Act 1, Scene 2 is this beat, whatever it is. My Scene 1 is really also the meet cute in a way. So yeah, and then there's also there's a lot of like backstory and little details to try to include so that things make sense. So anyway, I'm working my way through it. I think I'll finish by tomorrow. I'm not going to finish today. Unless there's some sort of crazy miracle that happens. But I should be able to finish tomorrow, I think. Again, once I kind of get past some of this intro stuff where there's like a lot of backstory things to detail out, I think it'll be easier to pull in all the various details. And I had a great idea to change something. Basically what I've been thinking of is the fact that there's two sort of antagonist characters related to backstory stuff. And I thought, wait, I think this can be the same character. It doesn't need to be two separate people. So I'm going to play around with like combining that. because I think that'll be a lot easier to follow and make more sense. So yeah, that's the work for today. I'll get to actually do more of this a little later, but yeah, so far so good. All right, the stupid work day is over, and now I get to do, you know, fun writing things. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Yeah, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. Dinner tonight will, oh, I said dinner. I have a dog right here too. She knows that word. Anyway, the meal I'm fixing for the evening is one where you like chop up a bunch of stuff and put it on a baking sheet and put it in the oven for a while. So maybe while that's going, I'll have some extra time and I can come back here. But it's almost 4:30. It'd be awesome if I could get through Act 1 and then finish 3 acts tomorrow. Ooh, I don't know about that, girl, but we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I think this opening section where I'm trying to fit in, like, here's the backstory and here's blah, 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 blah. I'm hoping that that's going to take me, like, the most amount of time, and then the rest of it will just kind of flow. So let's go ahead and get started. Except now her little face is in the perfect spot to get hurt. All right. Work time. Hi, are you going to stay awake? You have to stay awake, okay? Are you being a good girl? What are you doing? Hi. Right, I am done with Act 1. Yay! Feels good. That feels good. This whole document so far is only about 6,700 words, and I can make it up to 10,000. So I feel like I have a lot of room. I have a lot of room to play with here. So that's very good. I'm very pleased with that. I'll maybe try to start Act 2 stuff this evening. We'll see. We'll see what I can do. I'm gonna go make meal for the evening right now, and maybe be done. I'm tired. So I'll see you back here on Thursday. Is it already Thursday? My gosh. Can I finish 3 full acts by the end of tomorrow? I don't know about that, but we'll do our best. I'll see you then. Hello, it's me. I'm back. It's Thursday. I'm done with work. I think I might be able to finish this today. Where did I leave off yesterday? Had I finished Act 2? I should probably rewatch the footage. I don't remember. I got up this morning. I got my coffee. I sat down. We did some work. I also worked on my lunch break. And at the moment, I am done with Act 3. So I only have Act 4 to go. It's going much faster now that I'm like, I don't know. I'm not like trying to set up everything and do like, and also here's the backstory for this, blah, 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 blah. So it's just a little more straightforward in this last few sections here. So anyway, I'm going to see if I can finish Act 4 before evening meal time. Okay. And then I'll be done. And then I can still take Friday like off as planned, which will be really nice. Let me focus hopefully on this for not too long. I think I can finish this up pretty quick, and then it'll be time to do a little bit of a rest. So let's go. I'm almost done. We're in grand gesture territory. Ooh. And I've come across several things where like I forgot that I had written out some of these little details, and I'm like, you did that so good. Good job, past me. Good job writing it down, because I would not have remembered. So anyway, almost done. Let's keep going. I'm done. It's 8,200 words, so well within the 10,000 word limit. It's 18 pages, and I have it's not even like 1.5 spaced. It's 1.15 spaced. So double spaced just seems like so big for this. I don't know. She can change it if she wants to, I guess. This helped me. In any case, it's a lot of words, and I'm done with it for today. It is just after 5. Perfect. So I am going to close all of these documents, and just kind of like not think about it for the next 36 hours. And we'll come back on Saturday. Well, I should be able to like read it all over, review it, tweak things, change whatever I want, etc., etc. And then I think Saturday I should be ready to send it off to her and just be done. So I'll see you back here in a couple days to finish this up. All right, here we are. It is Saturday. Saturday the 9th. Happy birthday to my brother. So I'm ready to wrap this up. I'm planning to finish up today. I did take yesterday, Friday, off. I didn't touch any of this. I didn't look at anything. I just let it sit, which was nice. I edited a portion of the earlier footage in this vlog, so that was a good use of my time. But yeah, I'm ready to review it all, and my plan for today is just to read through all of it. Read through the outline, read through the supplemental documents I created, make sure it all meshes and makes sense together. You know, fiddle with any kind of little wording to make it make sense. And then I'll be done, and I'll be ready to send it off to her. So I'm really excited to be done with this part of it and have a little bit of a break from the story while it's with her. And then I'm really excited to see what she has to say, incorporate her feedback, and get started with drafting. I really want to draft, but we're waiting. We're waiting like a responsible person. It is a little bit later. It's almost 11 o'clock, actually. Yikes. I wasn't intending to get started quite this late, but I don't feel like I have like a ton to do, so I was like, whatever, like let's just take our time getting ready and whatever. So here I am, almost 11, and I'm ready to get started for the day. So let's go. Let's review this stuff and see if I absolutely hate it or if it's actually halfway decent. All right, it's just afternoon and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna take a little lunch break. This is actually taking a little longer than I was anticipating. I'm just like fiddling with wording and I'm noting the POV for each of the scenes. I don't know, it's just kind of taken me a while. I'm almost halfway through though, so it's not like it's taking forever, but let me take a little lunch break and I'll come back here after that to finish this up, I guess, or at least make more headway in it.
Hi, Astrid. What are you doing? You're being so cute. Look at you. Look at you. What are you up to? You taking a little sleep? She got a new house. I hadn't given this to her originally because she is missing her back leg on this side. Hi, baby. Hey. And I was a little nervous about her trying to jump up onto these second levels, but she can do it really easily and without issue. She's a little mischievous bunny though. She dumps stuff in her water dish. She's starting to try to pull on these fences. And she keeps tearing up the carpet in here. This is a flat weave carpet and she keeps tearing up. Bunnies. That little bunny is our foster bunny, and she's doing real good. Junie, though, is not doing so hot. I forget if I told you, but she's developed another cataract in the good eye, so at this point I'm pretty sure she's probably blind, or at least pretty close to it. So I don't think it's gonna be too much longer for her. So I'm just trying to make her cozy and comfy. She's still eating, and she still kicks a storm up when I try to pick her up. So she's still got spunk, but it's, if you're blind and you don't have your little bunny friends anymore and your legs hurt and you can't move around very easily, we're getting real close for her. So anyway, not to be a Debbie Downer or anything, but just a little update on the bunny sitch. So I took a very long lunch break. It's almost 1:30, and I'm gonna go ahead, turn on this so you can see me maybe a little better, and keep working through this outline. I have a little not Zoom meetup, but like a little write-in thing I'm gonna do with some friends here in an hour, so that'll be fun. Let's get this finished up because I'm eager to email it. Alright, I've made it through Act 3 with doing little fiddly bits, And in about 5 minutes, I have my little writing sprints with some friends here. So I'm gonna log on for that. And hopefully, unless we descend into just like chatting, hopefully finish up Act 4 and get it all ready to send out. Okay, so that was super successful. I think I'm done. I've formatted it as best I can. I'm probably gonna reread the whole thing like one more time. just one more time, because I'm sure there's some stupid typo in there that'll be really embarrassing when I see it after I've pressed send. You know what I mean? So currently it is at 8,600 words. I've got it 1.5 spaced, so it's at 27 pages, well within that 10,000 word limit, so I'm good there. I've reread and looked back through the other like supplemental materials. I think I'm good. I think I'm ready to go. I'm gonna send it. There's a few places in here I feel like there's several parts where I'm thinking it's probably 2 scenes. I have it listed as 1 scene. I think it's probably 2. So I've just noted that in there, like in a little bracket, like I think this maybe is 2 scenes. I don't know yet. But like some of that kind of stuff, it kind of, I don't know. I do figure out sometimes that sort of thing like in the middle of drafting. So I wasn't like super concerned. I think I have that on like 3 or 4 scenes. So we'll see if she has an opinion, I guess. But let me reread this one more time, and then I'm going to send an email with all of these materials. Do you see it? I have it here. I have the email all typed up. I'm going to send it. I'm excited. Okay, here we go. Ready? Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I'm not going to look at it again because I know if I look at it again at this point, I'm going to see some stupid typo or some like, I should have fixed this wording, you know, like that. So I'm not looking at it again. We're not looking at it again. So it's about 3:45. I'm ready to be done for the day and Jade is whining, so I kind of have to be done for the day. Let me just give you a little quick, I guess like a little bit of housekeeping. It is currently, what, the 9th, right? It's March 9th. The outline critique, she has a 2 to 3 week window to complete it. So I'm hoping I get it back in 2 weeks, but it might not be until the end of the month. I'm figuring I'm probably going to have at least 1 week where I don't have a video for you guys because I'm not going to be working on this book. Like, I could work on other books in the series, but I really don't want to do that. You know, let's not gonna do that. I do have plans to work on some querying stuff, which I will vlog. But what I'm doing with the querying stuff, I'm like vlogging when I have things to vlog about querying, and then I'm gonna combine it all into like one vlog. So I might have enough footage for a vlog for later this month. But I don't want to post a video that's like 7 minutes long of like a querying update. I don't know. That just doesn't seem like let me just wait until I have actual updates for you, you know? You might get a querying update vlog later this month, but I'll kind of see how much footage I've collected. But otherwise, I will come back once I actually have the feedback for the outline. We'll do some outline revision, and then it'll be time to draft. So exciting stuff coming up, and I'll be back as soon as I have, content for you. For now, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, you can click the subscribe button. I post videos usually on Fridays. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!